let's talk a little bit about what's happening on my table and where did all this stuff come from. Hi, Happy Hoarder here, and I'm so excited to be part of this Alice in Wonderland Spring Tea Party collaboration. I'd like to thank our host, Glamour Ellen from Glamour Ellen, Candy from DIY Designs by CCW, Stacy from Designs and Style with Stacy, Antoinette from Decorating Aunt's Place, Grandma Sandy from Grandma Sandy, B from Elegant Designs by B, N from Renters Love Luxury by N, Tamara from Love My Babies Forever, and Miss K from Creating with Miss K. Thank you for hosting this adorable collaboration. Sticking with my tradition of hoarded items, I was able to use some really nice things on this tablescape that I think are going to be a lot different than everybody else's. The morning sun was so beautiful that I decided I was going to film my table with the sunlight coming in so that when the afternoon came and I have to light it up more with my house lights, I thought I was going to get a different look, so I wanted to try it this way first. There's no food on this table yet, but there will be later, so keep watching. Let's talk a little bit about what's happening on my table and where did all this stuff come from. Well, the adorable Alice doll actually came from shopgoodwill.com. She came with a group of other dolls, and I would actually had her for sale on Facebook, and no one had bought her. I had a couple people interested in her, but they didn't pick her up. So when I heard about the Alice in Wonderland tablescape, I went, I am on this. Now, my little bunny, there's a story behind that. He was a little Easter bunny in a pink raincoat, and I made his little outfit from the bow, the little vest and waistcoat, and his little pocket watch is actually made from one of those things you would get like at Sears, and then there'd be a little picture in it of your portrait, so it's kind of funny. And I actually had a tiny blue rose. It kind of goes with the blue roses on his vest. And I made him a little umbrella based on the image of the rabbit from the book. So I made my own little rabbit for my table. So that was my arts and crafts. My little chess set actually came from Rolling Hills. I bought it with some other chess pieces, but I really wanted to use those. Alice had to undergo a few changes of her own. She had no red ribbons on her, so I added a little bit of red to her outfit. This doll was just in pristine condition. A little bit of stretching on the elastics in her sleeves, but other than that, she is in perfect condition for someone who's looking for an Alice in Wonderland by Madame Alexander. I have my plate ready for my cake, and I'll be bringing out a cake in the afternoon. But I did make my little Eat Me tag, and I did that on Photoshop, where I just laid a bunch of stuff together and tilted some things around. I just had some fun with it, and I created this. And it's got the quote from the cat on it. And there'll be more about that later. My wooden plate right there, I've had that for years, and it's just something I thrifted. Now the little cards I kind of cheated on, because those are sample cards from where you can buy the whole deck. And so I just printed out those in approximately the size of a card. And I just happened to have a corner clipper that gives you those nice round corners that I got at Rolling Hills. Same thing for my card, the little Eat Me card. I had one to fit that one as well, so I got nice rounded corners thanks to Rolling Hills. Why I did those cards was to cover up stains. If you saw earlier, there's a little stain there. I covered it up with a card. My chess set, I decided to use this one. I don't have a black and white set here. I may have one of my son's playrooms, or I might have one at the lake, but I went with my brown set because I was using so much wood in my table setting anyway. I said I'm just not even going to bother looking for the other stuff, and I definitely wanted to use the wooden pieces because I just loved how that tied together. And I just happened to have a candlestick that was that color of natural colored wood, and then the plate, so I think it came together really well. It's like I said, this is a totally different thing. Now, this is something that my grandmother had. I don't think she made it. I think it was just something that belonged to her, but it's just to keep your little biscuits warm. It's kind of cute. My husband cracked me up. He comes in and he goes, "What does a turkey have to do with Alice in Wonderland?" I went, "Turkey? What are you talking about, turkey?" And I said, you mean the flamingo? It's a flamingo, yeah. Who has a flamingo, right? And I just happen to have one. I got it Rolling Hills, and I've had that for a little while. And oh, I love this plate. And I just found that recently when I went to Texas, and that is the coolest plate. So that's going to be a special plate for my cream cheese. I decided to go with the black plates to go with the black shoes. And the napkins are supposed to represent Alice's dress. The cobalt blue I kind of made a theme on because of the cobalt bottle of Drink Me. So I just recently got those glasses. That are cobalt and green in Texas. So what was amazing about my table setting is all just came together recently on a trip to Houston. I love my tea set. That teapot is adorable. And I found a stand out in my barn. Probably better if it was just kind of up off the table. And so it's metal and black. And I said, that'll work. I did something different with my Battenberg lace placemats and laid them sideways to kind of take up a little less room. And I have my runner, which is a Battenberg lace, because a lot of times you would see the tablecloths be the big Battenberg lace tablecloth, but I don't have a big Battenberg lace tablecloth. But I have that adorable yellow one that I recently got at Rolling Hills, and it came with the cute little yellow napkins with a little crochet around the edges. More of my cards that I printed out to cover up stains on my tablecloth. Yeah, I had a lot. So I set the chess set up, and I just took a few pieces out, and if you saw them, they're on Alice's place setting and on the Mad Hatters. And what I did is I put Alice way at the other end. I had my entire table out, and the yellow tablecloth did not fit it, so I had to shrink it down. Take one leaf out. So it looked really cool when it was completely stretched out. But I really wanted to use that tablecloth. So I had to take a leaf out. And it still worked though. It still put her at the end of the table. So I really love my play on sizes here. The doll made the perfect little shrunken Alice after she drank from the bottle. And there's my big bottle of Drink Me, which is really oversized. And when I have the cake, it will be huge or fit with the bottle better. There is a key, I don't know if you noticed it, around the bottle. And what else? Yeah, the chess set would be like a normal size chess set, but now to her it's huge. Well, not big enough, obviously, because she got really tiny. I was just showing his little tail, has those little, the cut in his jacket was made to fit his little tail. So there's little tush. Anyway, and it's one that kind of not fit perfectly. What? I don't know why they had to do it that way. Yeah, that little coat was a challenge. The pattern I used was from the pink raincoat that he was wearing. Didn't quite work, so I had to do a little bit more adjustments. And the entire time I was working on that, I thought of my friend Karen. Thank you, Karen. And y'all can also thank Karen as well, because she's the one who encouraged me to do these videos. That is my version of Tweedledee and Tweedledum right there. My other fun thing is this pillow cover that I had. A trick that we do in the theater when we need to recover pillows, but we don't want to cut up our fabric because we may need our fabric for something else. We use a lot of pins, and our actors have to be really careful not to lean against the pins. So I've got the book through the Looking Glass, and I just picked this up. I don't even remember. I have had this thing so long, I don't even remember where I got it. One thing about this particular book, the page that says the year of its copyright is missing. So I don't even know. I would have to look it up somewhere, but it is so old. It has all the illustrations. And you know, right now I'm looking at it, I forgot who the illustrator was. But I think it's the same one who illustrated the other one, and I don't know the name. Enter it here. I did know the name, but I don't remember it now. So that's just the cutest thing, and I was so like, yes! When I saw the challenge with the Alice in Wonderland, I said, I've even got an old book. Couldn't wait to put that out. So unfortunately, it's just been tucked away. And this is what I love about these collaborations. I'm getting stuff out that I would probably never think to get out. So I'm digging this new frame I got for 25 cents, and as you see, I just printed that up off the internet and framed it in my 25-cent frame, and I think that came together beautifully. And then here is the piece de la resistance. That painting I actually bought at Rolling Hills in Monroe. I am amazed. Y'all, I paid $3 for that thing. If I paid anything, I paid very little for it. I love how this artist did the figures in the shadows and some really showing, popping out like that. The face, if I ever get back up to that part, is actually the person who they were painting this painting for. And I was just sure this thing is painted so well. At first I thought it was a print, but if I get down and look, you can see some of the raised areas where the paint is on there. But this was done so incredibly well. I'm just love it. And I was like, what am I going to do with this thing? I can't believe it. Whoever decided to do Alice in Wonderland, thank you, because I had to dig this one out of the closet and use it. But it was painted to look like the person that it was given to. And it's actually called Ainsley in Wonderland. But it's pretty much Alice in Wonderland. So she's perfect for this. And I had the frame. So this frame is so cool. And I have a lot of old frames, which I'm pretty sure I got the frame at Rolling Hills, because I do pick up a lot of frames there. So I just popped it in that gorgeous frame. It's a very simple frame, but that silver going around the edge, that trim, perfect for this. So yeah, I lined those up this way. I think earlier I had them lined up a little bit differently, but now I like it this way. And I do like my new table runner that I got when I was in Texas when I bought all this other stuff. So there's like a big shot. Don't you love the new iPhones? That's what the Easter Bunny brought me. I told the kids, I showed them my new phone, and I said, look what the Easter Bunny brought me. And instead of saying, wow, you got a new iPhone, they said, you believe in the Easter Bunny? Well, I believe in, white rabbits, so guess so. Yes, that's the Drink Me bottle that I found at Rolling Hills, and when I was looking for stuff to add to my table, and I went, I cannot believe it. That is the perfect Drink Me bottle, and because it was a cobalt blue, it just set the table in a new direction, where I introduced the cobalt blue in the glasses and in my charger plates, my dinner plates. But I was always going to use the black plates. It originally did not have a plate under them. So I think it all came together in a very unique way. I mean, the yellow tablecloth, God love it. It needed to be used. It's precious. And then my teacups, just the cutest things. thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments below which part of my decorations you like the best. Bye!